If you've always wanted to set up a website for your ministry or to create an online ministry, this ready to go fill in the blanks template is going to be perfect for you. It includes everything you need to get started and lots of room to grow as your ministry grows as well. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through everything that's included quickly, and then I'll show you how to add the template to your Noomu account and how to edit everything so it's up and running and ready to go. You will see this video has chapters, so you'll be able to skip ahead to the various areas that you need to watch. So, to start with, this is a website that includes your homepage, about page, mission page, events, ways to get involved, resources, donation page, contact page. To start with, this website comes equipped with various pages and functionality that makes it easy for you to get started. So first up, you can see there is a logo here with a name. Now, if you already have a logo, you can replace that, but we also included a Canva template of this particular logo that you can customize and upload if you'd like. So we have our homepage that has space. You can update the image in the background here and create a welcome to your ministry. It links to your mission. Here's a brief introduction about the mission and a link to get involved. You can upload your own video here, replace it with the photo, and talk about how you serve and link to the various pages. And all these images are customizable. If you don't have photos, that's okay. There is a built-in image library where you can select some. You can add stories of your members, and there's a fully customizable footer and header for your website. So there is the About page, also obviously fully customizable, fill in the blanks to help you kind of put your best foot forward and have all the things that you need. A mission page as well that guides you in what you might want to put here. And of course, you can update it however you'd like. We also have an events page, so you can put all your upcoming events on here. But there's also a specific event page where they can register. They'll get an automated email and you'll be able to collect that list of people who are attending. They'll get their information and you can manage your events easily. The Get Involved page is also fill in the blanks and fully customizable. Add your own images, but just a ministry needs participation to grow. So this is a perfect page for your site. There is a news and resources blog where you can update the latest things, update people on events. You can also have, if you have other members in your ministry that you would like them to post here, they can do that as well. You can let them in to do that. There is a donation page with the widget that will collect names and email addresses, and then you can collect your donations at the same time. And that way you'll be able to keep in touch with your donors as well, because you're not just sending them to a GoFundMe page or something like that, where you don't always get the contact information. It's all built into Noomu. And your contact page is all ready to go. People fill in the form there. You can update it with your social media. And so let's take a peek at the dashboard, right? So I'm going to start you off in case you haven't put the template into your website yet. I'm going to start you off with that step so you can see how it works, and then we'll get right into editing. When you're inside your builder, you'll go to My Sites and Funnels, or perhaps you're being presented with a place to pick your template. It'll look like this. So I'll go under My Sites and Funnels, go to Website, and I'm going to go create new websites. We say yes, and now you can pick your template. You might also just see this page. And if you see this page, you can scroll down, or if you look over here, you can see faith-based and your ministry website template will be there. Give it a name. So now we are inside, and when you're navigating around, you'll see there's lots of videos here that show you each different feature, right? This shows you how to use the drag and drop, easy to use builder. So do give that a watch and it'll cover a lot of the things. I'll show you a bit about that today here, but you can see it's all very easy to use. You can move things around. You can update. This is a video widget and you can update it to a YouTube video. You can upload videos. You can add different widgets from over here when you click the plus. You can add text, you can add icons, you can add images, videos, galleries. You can add forms. You can add the donation widget that I'm going to show you, countdown timers, all kinds of stuff. But we recommend when getting started is just keep it simple. Don't worry about everything that Noomu can do. Look at this template as an almost ready to go thing that you're going to update, get out there, and you're going to tweak and improve it as you go along. So you don't need to know everything. You just need enough to get it published. So each page has fill in the blanks text that you want to add, right? So you have, for example, a faith-based ministry serving blank, who you serve, add your name and stuff like that. When you're ready to add your logo, you just click settings and you can upload a different logo here. And I will show you where to get the template for the logo in just 1 second, right after I finish showing you the home page. So if you didn't want to have a video here, you could delete it and then you could put an image here. You could add that and then just drag that over there and that will allow you to add an image. You can see this is linked to the Get Involved page. If you want to change the text of any button, you can change that there. If you want to change the link it goes to, you can choose here. You can link to different pages. If you set up products in your store, you can link to the main store or specific products. You can link to things that aren't on your website. You can upload files for people to download. There's pop-ups. You can send it to an email address or phone number as well. And just make sure you run through all the text and update that, how we serve. This is linking to all the pages that are on your website. So if you change any of them, you'll want to update this. And you can change the images here. If you have your own photos, obviously, you can upload them, or you can check out the directory. Let me show you. So I put my mouse on the image, I go edit image, I click the image here, and again, you can upload, that's from your computer, but here there's an image directory. You can search for whatever would suit your needs and you can upload it from there. Those are royalty-free images that you can use. There's a place to add stories of your members. So you can change the photo here, update their story, add their name. Now, if you don't have stories to share just yet, there are a couple things you can do with these. This whole thing is called a block, and you can see the block is there. You can delete it, hitting the garbage can, or you can go over to the right and you can click the eyeball, and that will make it disappear until you're ready to use it. No one else will see it unless you put reveal again and then you save it. So that's the homepage in a nutshell. We're going to go check out the logo in a second, but I also wanted to show you the header and the footer. So here it's just text that you can upload. This is a link to a phone number. You would just put your phone number there, or if you don't want your phone number on the site, then move that. Same with the address and location. You can add that or remove it if you'd like. This is a menu, and when you click edit menu, you can link to all the pages in your website. You can also link to things that are outside your website. You go, it's exactly the same as setting up the links elsewhere. You can link to products, you can link somewhere else, you can upload a file and customize it that way. This get in touch button goes to your contact page, and if you want to change that, you can change the text and the link it goes to there. So let's look at the footer. And just to let you know, anytime you're not sure if you're working on the header or the footer, if you could see this is up here and it says header and is an arrow up, and that shows you everything up here is the header. So whenever you change this on one page, that changes it on every page that has the header. And then the same with the footer. You can see everything below here is the footer. And this is also a menu. You can edit in exactly the same way. You can update your contact information, remove the ones you don't want. And here you would want to update this probably to your social media. It has Facebook and Instagram, but you can change it. So you can have it go to the page if you want them to go to your social media accounts, or you can have them share it. There's also a share widget. So if you had it on a page where you wanted people to share it, you can put that there. But we're treating it as though you're linking to your own social media. So you would put your Facebook profile here, your Instagram profile here. Now, let's say you want to send to LinkedIn instead. Just search for LinkedIn. You got a widget there and you can change that if you'd like. And there is also that up here in the corner as well. So you would need to update it in that place as well. So if you're looking for your logo Canva template, and we also have a Favicon and a social sharing image, you will find that over here. These are your pages, and you can see all the different pages here, and you can see one that's called private. Edit your branding template. This is hidden from search engines, and it's just for you. And you can see that we have put the link to the logo, Canva logo template, the Favicon. If you're not sure what a Favicon is, it's the little image that is right here that appears there. This is Noomoo's Favicon, the little dude with the face. All right. So in order to link or to click the link while you're in the builder, you would just put your mouse over and then you can click that. And then when you can view the template, and then it'll ask you to open in the editor, and then it'll be inside your Canva account. And you only need a free Canva account to use it. And you can do the Favicon as well. And then the social sharing image, which is the social sharing image is what appears when there's nothing else showing to, if you post it on Facebook and then there's a preview, you know how it picks up an image. It'll pick up that if there's no other image on the page. That's what that social sharing image is for. So when you've updated your logo, as I said, you would just click the settings here and you can click that and you will upload your logo. For the Favicon and the social sharing image, once you're finished saving yours, you would go over here to website settings and you can see the Favicon is here and the social sharing image. So you would just update those the same way. Always, anytime you're updating image, it's the same. You can upload a file, you can use the image directory. And if you're making your own Favicon, it needs to be quite small. As you can see, the dimensions 16 by 16 inches or 32 by 32. Social sharing image is bigger, and using our templates will help you make sure you have the correct size. Now let's move over to the About page. So again, add your image here. You might want a picture of the people who are involved, upload your own photo or something that suits what you need, and just walk through the text. There's our purpose, who we serve, our values. You can change these titles, obviously, to whenever you want, but we have some guided text to help you fill in for these. So if you end up changing, this text, you might want to change the icon, and icons are easy to change. You would just click on it and you go settings, and then you click on the icon and you can just search for whenever you like to change it to. You can also change the color if you like, and that's it. And there's even space to put your looking ahead statement as well, what you plan to do in the future. And speaking of colors too, if you have a different logo, you have a different color scheme, that's easy to update over here. You just go over to global styling. It's the little paintbrush, and you can do your text styling. You can change the fonts. You can change what the link colors look like when you put your mouse over, or you can change the color of the links. And then also when someone puts their mouse over, what color they are. And then you can go back to the color palette, and we've created a color palette for you, but you can update it to match your logo and your branding colors. Very simple to do. Okay, let's keep going with these pages. So we have a mission page. So this has your mission statement, different things that it suggests that you put here. Just fill it in and whatever reflects yours. Update the image, add videos if you want. Remember, you can add things from different widgets. You can add a gallery. Let's say you have a lot of images that you want people to be able to scroll to. That gallery feature would be great for that. Now, your events page has got two parts. And this when they click the link in the menu, it goes to this event page where there's a bunch of events you can list here. You can update the details, the photos, obviously remove whatever you don't need. You can hide blocks and delete them, as I mentioned. And when you click this, it actually goes to the specific event page. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So first, when we go back over to pages, we can see we're on events. That's what this page is called. The page that is specific to the event, this is called event page. So it's a specific event. This is events, plural. So all these are linking to the same one. Obviously, for each event you have, you want to have a different event sign up page. So when you want to do that, you would go back over to your pages. You should duplicate the event page, which is the singular event. So to do that, you would put your mouse over event page, click the gear icon, and you go duplicate. And then you're going to duplicate the page. And now you would want to change the name. So we're going to go click that gear icon again, and we're going to put the name. And just so you know, this first part, what you see here, that's the internal name. When you go over to SEO info, which stands for search engine optimization, if you're not familiar with it, this is what people will see. It will appear in their browser, or if someone finds it in Google, that's what it's going to say. So you always want to update this to what you want people to see. And if you want Google to see it, you have it on their sitemap. All your pages, except for your branding templates, are showing to search engines. You can also add a share image. So if you have an image for your specific event, you would want to upload it here so that search engines and places like Facebook and stuff pick it up. And that image will show in the preview of the page. And then you can also change the URL. They will say event page copy, so you probably want to put your event name there so that the URL, that's what people will see up here, right? So let's save that. And now we have that page. So you can change the date, the name, add the features, more information here if your contact information is relevant. Again, maybe update your social media stuff. Now, on something like this where you're repeating maybe this on different pages, you can copy a widget anytime and reuse it. So let's say I've gone through the painstaking effort to update my Facebook and my other social media stuff. Then what I want to do is I want to go copy. And now it will be available up here. And then each time I copy something new, it's going to add to the top. But you can save this for future use. So you would mouse over this and go save in your account. And then you can give it a name and maybe say Facebook, LinkedIn, or something like that. And something that will make you know what it is. And then the next time you go in, you'll be able to see you have that available that you can just drag in anywhere that you want. And that works with every little element on your pages, whole entire blocks, and you can just keep reusing. So the other thing we need to look on here is that we have a sign up form. So it's collecting name, email, and phone number, and it's requiring all of them. That's how you could tell by the little asterisk, right? So maybe you don't want to collect phone numbers, or maybe you also want more information. You can add fields, you can add address, city, maybe you just want to know their city, just know where people are meeting you from, especially if it's a virtual event. And you can also collect other information. Maybe you want them to say something else about joining. And then in order to make something required or not, you would go under the settings. And in this case, we put required field. You can also put a little description. Probably not necessary on a simple form like this, but maybe where you're collecting more information from them, a description of what you're looking for. And the other thing that we need to look at on the form is the settings. And first, you would want to create a new name for this. So whatever your event name is, you probably want to put that that's the enrollment form, because your website is going to email you as long as this is clicked, the notify me on new submission. And it's also going to keep a record under your contacts of people who have filled in that form. The notify me on form submission will go to the email address that's inside your Noomu account, or you can also add an email address if you want it to go somewhere else. You can change what the button says, like right here, it says submit. You can change that. This shows a thank you message. You can customize that, add more information, say, you're now enrolled, check your email to get your event registration information or something like that. Or you can send them to another page if you want to create a specific thank you page for them. The other important thing it does is that it also can connect you to your email marketing. You want to create a list for all your different events I would say that each event should have a different mailing list so you can keep them. Or maybe you want one for all event attendees and also for specific events. And you can add as many lists as you want here. So we've created event one as an example, but you probably want to create your own unique ones. Select more than one if you want. And then that way you have your contacts organized. Also, we tag people because tagging is also useful in keeping track of people. And we've called it event one, but you might want to put an event, something that mentions your specific event name. You can put as many tags as you want. Maybe you want to tag it with the year and the month, or what, maybe it's your 2026 events and you just want to keep track of who signed up in 2026. You can add whatever you want there. So I'm going to actually show you real quickly before we go back to the events page. I'll show you where these forms get sent to you. So you go under contacts, and again, another video pops up and it will walk you through the contacts feature. And when people sign up, you'll see them here. And when you click through, you'll see all the things they've done on your site. If they've donated, if they've signed up for events, if they've sent you a message. But when you're looking for messages from people, it'll get sent to you by email, as I said. But over here on the left, messages. And you'll be able to search for the form here. Because there's no submissions, it has nothing here. But it would say event one form, who filled that out, who filled out the donor form. And you'd be able to find everything right here. So let's go back. Now we're back at the builder, and I'm just going to go back to the main events plural page, and imagining that we updated this first event to that page that we wanted, and we want to link directly to that event, we would click this button and we would go edit link, and we go under pages, and then we'd go ministry event. Pardon me for the two I's in ministry, but now it will go to the right place. So you can preview a page anytime. You can go, you click this eyeball whenever you're on a page and it'll take you there. You can also view it in a completely new website window. So it's totally separate. And now you can see that this is going to link to that ministry event page that we made. So you would just repeat the process for all your events. We have the get involved page. Obviously, a ministry needs people involved with it. And how you structure this one is obviously just like everything else, it's up to you, but we've gotten to fill in the blanks kind of idea for you. You're going to put your ministry name here and talk about something that matches more. We put participate, serve, support, which leads to the donate page. This one leads to the get in touch page. This is the event page, but of course, update that and change the images how you'd like. There's more space for some stories from people because, again, stories are powerful, right? If people want to get involved, then they're seeing other people's experiences. They are more likely to join as well in your mission. So let's look at the resources page. And this actually is a full feature blog. So it's meant to be a place to share resources and news. Now, this is your dashboard. This is your blog dashboard. If you want to see what it looks like, you will go over to that website preview. We'll open it in a new window so we have it separate. We can go back to look on it. And it will just be chronological order. New posts will be at the top, and people can search through, see the latest news and all that. So you can also customize what this part looks like and this part looks like, and that would be under edit header and sidebar. Update the images, change the text, all the different things that are here you can update as well. And of course, you would save it after you're done. So you can add posts. There are some settings and the layout that you can work with, but out of the box, don't worry about stuff like that. Just get it going and then play around with things a bit more after. So here's an example post, and you could see you can have an image as the preview and it'll appear on the top. You could put a gallery of image. So maybe if you have a event, you're posting an update about your latest event. That would be awesome to put a gallery of images there after the event, or a video, or just a quote, or you can have nothing there if you'd like. Then the blog post title, you want to put this is a summary that will appear on that main page here before someone clicks through to view the blog post, and your post content. And you can add different blocks and stuff there too. It works just like the other editor. You've got the option to add widgets and things like that. And if you look under the settings, you can also have different authors. So you can actually add people. If you have people in your ministry, you can give them access to your blog depending on the plan you have. We have different website admins with the different plans, but they can log in on their own and then they can make posts here as well. So they can update the latest news, share different resources, etc. And if you're ever looking for your admins is under your dashboard, this is the dashboard here, and you'll see that you've got some stats here and you have your billing information, and you can also add admins as I was talking about. This is the place you would add someone you want them to have access to update your website or your blog, and you can control the amount of access that they have. Then let's look at the donate page. And we have a video that I'm going to link to that will show you how to update this. I'm not going to walk through the full settings because it's a little bit longer. And if you decide to use something else, then it might not be as relevant. We have a complete tutorial that shows you how to use Stripe or PayPal. And in both cases, the Stripe is built in. PayPal is a slightly custom version, but I walk you through that process so that you are able to collect email addresses of your donors, and then they'll be in your contacts and you'll be able to contact them as well. And I'm going to also show you where that is after. So the people who signed up for your events and who donate to you will get an automated message. And I'm going to show you where that stuff is next, and you will update those messages as well. Okay. Update the text how you'd like, probably something a little more compelling on how to donate, maybe what the donations are for and why they'd want to donate. There's information about the cause. This is a donation widget. And again, I'll show you the video where you can get the full tutorial on updating that. You can add a fundraising goal here, change whatever you'd like to say. We appreciate your support. There's also images at the bottom of this one. It is just a set of images that you can update, delete. You can remove the whole block if you don't want images there. So we still have to look at the messages and workflows, which is going to send the automated messages, and also the contact form, and I'm sure a couple other things as well. So let's go over to messaging and workflow. So let's take a quick peek at this form, just so we won't talk about the donation part, but again, you'll see this link to an email. You want it to link to your donor list, and then also a tag to say they're a donor. So when you've done that, the way the emails work is you go under messages and workflows. There is a video that walks you through various different parts of the email. There's a lot of features here. It is full feature email marketing. If it's new to you, just get in and do the things that need to be done. You can send out broadcast emails, which is under campaigns. There's a video for that as well. But for the automated thank you emails, those are under automations. So you can see we have two automations, one for the event. This is basically a template that you will be able to duplicate we click the gear icon and put clone each time you want it to do it. The donation thank you is here. And these automations are not turned on yet. But when they're ready, you will just click the gear icon and you can turn them on. So let's take a look at the donation thank you. So an automation works by something happening on your website that triggers an event. And in the case of these ones, the event is an email. And when you click this, you can see the trigger is a tag, and it's the donor tag. There are lots of different things that could trigger an automation when they're added to a list, when they're added to a member group, when they open an email, when they click on a particular email, when they purchase stuff. But for our purposes, we just want the tag, and then it sends an email. You can see this is like a flow here. So it says, thank you for your support. and then you would edit the email here. So it's fill in the blanks. Maybe there's something else you want to say. It lets them know that the receipt will be sent, and it will be sent to them from Stripe or PayPal, whatever you're using. But this is a personal message that you're adding. So fill it in. You can also update your logo here. You just click on it, and over here, you can upload a logo, or if the logo is already uploaded in your site, you'll find it there and you can add it. Once you have a template of the email that you like, once you know your signatures in there and you've got the logo, you can save it as a template. And you just click this More button at the top and you put Save as Template. And then that way, every time you start something new, you can always pull up that one template instead of continuing fresh each time. The other thing you can do too is if you want to send a series of emails to people, you can then put a delay. Say you want to Maybe you want to email them weekly or something like that. You put 7 days, and then you can send another email. And then you just go through that process. So you can continue to build on it. Of course, you can do that later. Just update the thank you email and you'll be set. So let's just also take a quick peek. Let's also just take a quick peek at the event one. It's the exact same thing. You can see that event was the tag trigger. And then there is an email going out that you should update as well. If it's taking place in Zoom, or you put a link there. If it's not an in-person event, add the address and update that. You can also set goals on your automation. So in the case of someone signing up for an event, maybe ultimately you want them to donate. And maybe your follow-up series will talk about giving a donation. And then you don't want to email them anymore after they've donated. You want them to move to the donor list, right? Then you could put a goal here and you could say when they're added to a list of donors, then they get removed from that automation. But if you just have one email like this, you don't need to do that because they're going to get that and that's going to be the end. So in order to be able to send emails, you do need to update your email settings over here. And you want to put your brand details in. You can update this email, but this will be the default sender, email, and all that, and your company name, etc., which will appear at the bottom. And you do have to put a mailing address at the bottom of all emails. It's a legal requirement. You also will need to have an email address on a domain that's verified because Gmail and Yahoo and all those guys no longer allow you to send from a Gmail address or something like that. It has to be a domain email. And you would need to set up that email. You can do that with a domain registrar like GoDaddy, or you can use Google Workspace. And then you would update the information, get you some records to fill out. If you have any problem with that at all, let us know. We do have documentation on that, but also we can walk you through it step by step. So we have one more page, and then I'll also show you how you can update the domain for your website as well. Go to the contact page, add the information here. Again, there's a social media widget, but if you already filled out that other one, you can go up here. You click that, you go to your saved widgets, and you can add your thing in there and then delete this one. The form is all set and ready to go. You can change the fields, whether they're required or not. And then under the settings, it says contact form. There is a thank you message that goes out to them. You can put that to a page if you prefer, but keep it simple for now. You can refine that stuff later. And you probably don't want to connect them to email marketing because you don't want to add someone to your list just because they contacted you. And it's set to notify you on a new form submission, which you definitely want to keep on your contact us form. So that's the website. Not too many things to walk through all the pages and get them set up. And then when you sign up for Noomu, you do have a URL. You don't need to add your domain for it to work, but you ultimately probably want to have that branding. And you would go under website settings over here. And when you go under domain, you will see that's my domain. You can change this to whatever you'd like, your ministry name, and then that your website would be myministryname.noomu.com. Or you can add a custom domain. And to do that, you would click that, you would put your domain name in there, and then it'll walk you through. Then it will give you some records to add at your domain registrar to connect it. And of course, I will share a link to information on how to set that up. But if you have any trouble with it at all, you let us know and we'll walk you through it. So if you ever need help, I'll show you where to get help. There's always this little question mark and help in the bottom left. If you click that, you're going to end up at our community. And it has lots of stuff in here. There's announcements and news. There's an online business success kit. We all have weekly live support sessions. We offer support a day, but we also have a weekly session where you can get together with our team and they can help you on screen. They can update things on your website that you're struggling with or just show you on screen how to do it. And we do that once a week. But in addition to that, you can also search through the support and FAQ, or this is a form you can send to get help from us. And here you'll see the builder, support, and FAQ. There's a bunch of videos, many of the videos that are inside your dashboard, and a growing library of videos. And then there is also a discussion forum. You can post here whenever you want help. Your community login is separate from your builder login because it's just a separate platform. It's a message board kind of forum. So you would just log in with that or register, and then you can post and our team will be there to help you. So that covers your introduction. Just walk through the pages, walk through the navigation. Remember, the events has 2 steps. There is the main event page that lists all the events, and then the single event page that you want to update. And if you have any questions or need any help along the way, you know how to get in touch with us, and we look forward to seeing your ministry grow.